I was first introduced to Les Misérables when I was probably, I think 16 or 17, and I was instantly a fan of it. I loved it. I listened to the soundtrack. All of us did, the whole cast. I had not read the book. I wish I had read the book when I was younger, but it was interesting. The first day of filming, I had to do a scene opposite Colm Wilkinson, who plays the bishop. Now, Colm, to me, is like a god, right? This guy, I was so in awe of him. He's the original Jean Valjean. He created the role and pretty much is the definitive Jean Valjean in my mind. And to work opposite him was incredible. There were so many moments on this film I had to pinch myself, but that was definitely one of them. I think Jean Valjean is he's a real hero. It's an incredible portrait of a great man. He has difficulties. He's probably comes from one of the hardest upbringings. He's thrown into jail for something very minor, and it's very unjust. He endures 20 years of the most punitive labor camp, and he manages to rise above all that to become a good-hearted man who cares so much for everyone around him. Just a natural humility, incredible courage, and above all, what he says he does, and he stands up for what he believes in a quiet way. I just think he's, and I played superheroes for a long time, but I think he's a real hero. It was an opportunity of a lifetime to play Jean Valjean. In many ways, I've been wanting to do a movie musical, but I would say this is one of the greatest musicals ever written, one of the greatest parts ever written. And I feel really blessed and grateful to have the opportunity to play him. I was very aggressive in chasing the role, but the moment I got it, it really landed on me. It's a daunting task, but one I feel very, very blessed to have had the opportunity to play. In a way, Javert to Jean Valjean represents his past, everything about himself that he's trying to expunge, all the shame, regret, the pain. And Javert is there constantly to chase him, remind him, and in a way, that rivalry is the very engine that Jean Valjean uses to overcome the great difficulties in his life. It's, to me, one of the great cinematic or literary sort of rivalries ever written. And Victor Hugo uses both those characters for his theme, that justice comes from here, from the heart, not necessarily from here. It's not rules, it's not duty, it's love, ultimately, that is the great law that we should obey. Russell, he brought something to Javert which I have never seen before, which is he has such an effortless presence, but strong presence. He is a master with the camera. He's an incredible actor. And seemingly with very little, he just achieves so much pathos and becomes that rather haunting presence in Jean Valjean's life. I've known him for many years. He's been a great friend to me, and I've asked his advice on many times, and he's been very generous with it. But to work with him was one of the great privileges, not only of this movie, but of my career. Anne Hathaway, I don't think I've ever seen an actor and a part come together more perfectly at the right time for everybody and be a more perfect fit. She's an extraordinary talent. What she brought when she came to rehearsals, it was like the bar just went for everybody. You know, she left nothing on the table. And I think one of the greatest filmmaking compliments I've ever seen was, and something I don't think I've ever seen before, is that 3-minute close-up during her song on Anne, without cutting, It's just on her face as she performs that song. It, to me, is one of the great privileges people will get watching this film, is to watch her performance. And to work with her is, again, a privilege. And she's a truly incredible person at heart. I've been a fan for a long time, friends for a long time, and to work with her was a great privilege. Tom Hooper's a genius. I mean, of course, everyone knows the King's Speech. He won the Oscar for, but he's made many, many movies before that. Longford or The Damned United, different genres, brilliantly done. He's intelligent. His attention to detail is second to none. His ability to get performances from everybody and to communicate emotion is extraordinary, and make sense of the story. In Les Misérables, it's not only doing a movie musical is difficult, but Les Misérables is a massive story with a lot of characters, and I think the story has never been clearer than his version. It's a privilege to work with Tom.
He decided to
I've used the word privilege a lot here, actually, haven't I? Well, that's probably how I feel. You know, when I watched the movie, when it finished, I just kept thinking, Tom Hooper took more risks in this movie than I think anyone has ever done. I mean, the idea to sing live, which had never been done before, in a musical which was all sung through. I mean, just think, it didn't hit me at the time, but imagine someone gets sick, you know? We somehow got through it all, and it was a massive leap of faith for him. And he was just off winning the Oscar. I mean, he didn't need to take these risks, and the singing live was one that completely pays off. As an actor, it was like having handcuffs taken off, like freedom, feeling of freedom. It was challenging, of course, but the benefits are tenfold of what the challenges were. Everybody hits this one out of the park. And by the way, after about 2.5 months, Helena Bonham Carter, Sacha Baron Cohen came on set, and man, we needed it. Because they are a breath of fresh air. They are so brilliant in the movie. I know the audience needs it, but when we were filming, it was hysterical. I just only feel bad for Sacha that I probably ruined half of his take-ups because I was in fits of laughter. You know, he is hysterical.